Myths, Monsters and Legends. I was bound to get round to an article of this nature eventually. I've been mulling over myths, monsters and legends for over 30 years now, and although having previously accepted that these things were fantasy and fictional, rational thought and more research has now made me rethink that presumption. I'll mention a few and how they fit into today's landscape for me. Giants and Titans. We've had stories and tales of giants for our entire history. The Book of Genesis mentions them. All old stories and legends have them at some point, and we even have modern tales of them. But what if they were real? Giant trees and other huge animals show there has been a time before of a greater size than now. Jack and the Beanstalk springs to mind here. There have been whispers and stories of a land above ours, as well as below. So could it be that they were or are on land, just not the one we inhabit? Olympics, gods and competition. They say we are made in God's image and compete to be the best. But what if we aren't the best that's ever been? We just try to emulate and replicate it as best we know how. We try to be the strongest, fastest, jump the highest, but only on a much smaller scale than once was. Maybe. Leviathan, mermaids and kraken. Monsters and mysteries of the ocean have always been with us as long as we have been seafaring, I should imagine. But where did they start? Did we have gigantic monsters lurking in the depths of the seas? Could it be that from those strange times and great upheavals of the past, there were things different from us as we know ourselves now, but maybe we were different back then too? Vampires. It's no secret we have historical references throughout most cultures to blood sacrificing or drinking blood, but is there any truth in it? There's talk of young blood rejuvenating older people in mainstream articles now, so it's not something they are trying to hide. All the movies and books of that nature had to be prepping us for something, didn't they? Odin, Middle-earth and Ragnarok. This one is interesting to me as it seems to overlap with the giants and involves an end-of-days event which holds some weight to our current path in time. They have a land in their legends called Niflheim during a period called the Great Void. There's that word great again. Possibly a marker, as I suspect in my previous article. There's nothing great about it. But the word is awfully close to Nephilim, a giant race from Enoch's time and a cross between the fallen angels and humankind. Funny how it starts to weave into other things, or you realise where those other legends and tales may have come from. We often dwell in the past, and for certain things I think it is necessary and can help you to understand where we are and where this is all going.